Leaders can achieve personal and professional success through purposeful communication. This will help them overcome obstacles and challenges, reach their goals and objectives, and enable the entire organization to succeed and grow. To do that, we will need to establish why communication and leadership work hand in hand. Communication is vital for leaders as it enables them to share their knowledge and experience with their teams. To interact with your teams more efficiently, you need to understand the core principle of communication. It's a two-way process of giving and receiving information. Effective leaders understand this process can only succeed if they and their team members are heard and understood. We can share all that information if people communicating it have clear objectives. This means you need to prepare yourself and your people for that process. Consider values, beliefs, points of view, and knowledge level of the person you are communicating with. Before we address other ways for effective communication, let's consider the barriers that you may encounter. Deborah J. Barrett, a professor of the practice of writing and communication at Rice University in Houston, Texas, addressed this issue by looking at communication from two different perspectives: ideal and realistic communication. With ideal communication, she describes the context of it as having the sender, the message, and the receiver. The sender understands the context, and the receiver selects the right medium and sends the message. On the other side, the receiver understands that message precisely as the sender intended. In reality, this communication process can get complicated for a variety of reasons. We often encounter interruptions while communicating, and either the sender or receiver can cause them. Sometimes the context of the information and the words used or selection of medium can affect the outcome of the communication process. You should strive to understand and learn all features of communication, especially if you want to be effective. This will help you anticipate any issues or challenges and develop your own communication strategy. Here are 7 ways for you to improve leadership communication skills. Confidence. You must show confidence when communicating with your people. That way, people will believe in the information you are sharing. If at any point you display a lack of confidence when communicating, your people may feel uneasy and apathetic. It's crucial for you to use that confidence to develop your own style in communication, especially when interacting with individuals and teams. You can then level up your character as a trustworthy leader and help motivate others to do the same. Confidence can bring uniformity and help your team work together toward completing their objectives and goals. Highly successful leaders are energetic and enthusiastic. That brings courage to conversations and helps you convert your thoughts and ideas into action through effective communication. If at any point you feel doubtful or disconnected, your teams will have a difficult time relating to the message you are trying to convey. It's essential for you to stay courageous. Failure is a step in the knowledge staircase, and your people will respect your understanding of it. Use those opportunities to admit your mistakes openly and share your insights with the team. That will cause further development of individuals and further growth your team. Brevity is the soul of wit. What an amazing thought coming from an English poet, William Shakespeare. As leaders, we need to speak concisely. Having exceptional communication skills in leadership means getting straight to the point. This is the core on any level of communication, from junior to the topmost executive people. As leaders, we need to be mindful of what we're communicating with our people. This means eliminating any ambiguity. Be aware of your message and have a strong understanding of what you're sharing. To do that, you must develop a simple process. As leaders, we have our areas of expertise and areas we're still improving on. You can become a better communicator by checking your ability levels and speak outside of your area of proficiency. That requires you to have a basic understanding of different areas of business. It will push the boundaries of your leadership and help you develop more effective teams. This will happen because you will be more open to suggestions coming from people in your organization. Effective leaders use these opportunities to simplify complex information and convert it to messages that any member of your team can understand. Effective leaders also communicate with distinction. You can achieve that by focusing on the direction and strategy among and between teams within the organization. This will cause teamwork-oriented goal achievement. In larger organizations, leaders may not communicate with everyone. This is where you can develop an ability to interact with groups as if they were individual. Because of that distinction, people will feel like you're talking to them in a one-on-one conversation. Having this ability will also help you develop teams and inspire people to achieve more. One of the most powerful ways of communicating is through storytelling. To do that, learn how to use personal stories and anecdotes while communicating. This will help you connect with people on a more personal level as they will develop a relation to the story. Sometimes people will not understand those stories right away. It's essential for you to repeat the message and adjust as needed until everyone on the team understands it. Repetition may seem redundant, but it can be also a powerful tool to increase team productivity and understanding of concepts and ideas needed to succeed. The final and most crucial principle of effective communication is active listening. Leaders focus on effective speaking most of the time. You can step away from this norm by patiently listening to the message and develop an understanding of it. You should practice active listening on all levels of the organization. This is where you need to act as a role model. If you want your people to listen to your message, you need to listen to them and understand their own perspective. To further improve it, develop a solid feedback system, which will help your team address where the communication needs to improve. It will also help overcome limitations and correct errors if any of those arise from conversations. Communication serves as a connecting bridge between leaders and people. The key principle for effective communication is active listening. This means being fully present in a conversation while paying attention without interruption or judging what's being said. If you want to improve your active listening skills, check out this video next.